Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Just thought I'd pop on today and show you a flip through of a completed art journal. Wow, I've actually got one completed. There's so many pages in an art journal, sometimes it takes so long to complete them. But I'm happy this one I've completed in the last 2 or 3 years. This one probably started in 2020. I must start dating them, but I tend to work in them haphazardly. So I work in a lot of altered books. So this is a complete book of cats in Australia. There's one cat left in here I can show you. Everything else has been covered up. I picked this book for the size. I really like the size of it and for the paper. So sometimes I select my altered books because of the size. Sometimes I select them because of the paper. Never really for the subject matter. So let's get going. So I haven't done anything with the front and the back inner covers. I don't think I will. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This one particularly I've kept blank. So this is a flip page to start off with. So this is using a lot of stuff from my Scrapbooking and Craft website. So a lot featured in here is stuff from my website, which is linked below. So these cutouts and stencils and stuff. So this one's a flip page. Love the white and the black and white. It's just beautiful. Very elegant and on the pink. So I love that page. This page started as a class. I started in a virtual retreat. This image is from Michelle Grant Designs. And I just finished this one with a few rub-ons, with a few of my cutouts and things, coloured in the girl. Some pages I'm not entirely happy with. Some pages this one, the background, probably not entirely happy with, but it's done. I'm calling it finished and moving on. So some pages at the end I really like, some pages I don't. This one there is a full process video on. This was done as a live, I believe. So this one will be on Scrapbooking and Crafts channel. A lot of the pages, they should have the actual photo of the page as the thumbnail. So when you're flipping through the videos, if you see this one, I believe this one's called Graffiti. If you're after any particular type of video, just leave a comment and I'll go and try to find the video for you. But there are loads on the Scrapbooking and Craft channel, which is my more work channel. So these are my cutouts. This was from a stencil and some graffiti napkins that Alexis sells on my site and some more. I really like the graffiti-ness. I might have to do another page like that. So again, this one was done in a live. This was done with Dina Wakley gloss sprays in the background. There's some Delusions cutouts, and these are some of my shapes with the little windowy things. So these two were challenges in one of the virtuals I taught in. These don't have process videos. Basically just using up stuff, a little paper doll I made from one of my face stencils and some more of my stencils in the background. This again was using up, I think we're given a theme or a colour or something to do these around. So this is a bit of gel printing with my stencils. Bit of a Christmas theme, art by Marlene Die Cut. This was another one done in a virtual retreat that I participated in. We were given this image, it was black and white, so I sat there and painstakingly coloured it all in and then made the background. I'm not sure whether I actually like it, but it's done. I had fun doing it. Art journaling to me is more about the fun I have along the way than the destination at the end of the page. This one was done in a live as well, and there is also a sped up version of this on my Scrapbooking and Craft channel. My latest lives from 2023, when I do them on my work channel, on the Scrapbooking and Craft channel, they will then be on that YouTube channel as a full live, like an hour or two or however long I take to do the project. Then I'll take that video, I will speed it up about 4 times and I'll do a voiceover. So it's a much shorter video, so you have the choice of each video. I'm not going to go back and do all the ones that are on there. But for going forward from 2023, all the videos that I do live on my Facebook page should then appear a couple of weeks later on the YouTube channel as a full live video, as in real time, and then a sped up version. So you can choose what sort of video you'd like to see. This was a class I taught at an in-person retreat. This is from the cat book. I didn't realise when I was making this page with the window that when I flicked to the next page, the cat was there. So I was going to do something else on the inside of the window, but then I decided no, I just wanted to leave the cat there. Working in the altered book, sometimes I incorporate what's on the page. Sometimes I will use it in my layout. This one I didn't do a lot of because I'm not really into cats. But that particular one I just decided to leave. So it's got a lot of texture in it. It's supposed to be the outside of an outside of a tree with a fairy window and some foliage and birds. A lot of texture in this one. So there is a video for this page. This was a class I did for another virtual event, and that will be on my channel Scrapbooking and Craft as well. This is another one I did in a live Facebook, so that will be there as well. This is using a paper napkin, the kitty napkin, and then making it into a body. More paper napkins in the background and paint and ink, and I really like how that turned out. Alexis, my daughter, sells paper napkins on my website, and she has quite a few hundred there, and we sell them in packs of 2, so you don't have to buy 20 of the one napkin, which is great. And napkins just make awesome focal images. This is just beautiful. I love using napkins in my focal images. This one was a stencil, and these are die cuts from my store. This was a virtual retreat I participated in with Michelle Grant, so this is one of her drawings, and I believe this is Cindy Porter's tiger leopard. So there's no video on that one because I just was watching a video when I was doing that one. There's no video on this one. This was sort of a wipe up page. It had a bit of paint. I think it started off as a demo page, how to stick down deli paper or rice paper, and then I added some Dina Wakley figures that I made with some stamps, added some Art by Marlene die cuts. A lot of times when I teach in person or teach in virtual classes, I have a second book that I just demo and part of the page in, and then I go back and finish it eventually. This one was just a paint wipe-off page, started with just the pink paint on one page, so I added it to the other page. This is one of my images available on my website. Not sure I like the colouring down here. It didn't work as well as I wanted, but I do love the girl's face. A big napkin in the background is one of Alexis's napkins. I love the hair. The hair came out really nice. So I believe there is a video on this one. This one, again, I think was done in a live or in a class. Should be on the Scrapbooking and Craft website. Scrapbooking and Craft YouTube channel. So again, another one of my big faces. I do mount a lot of these in black behind them or a colour because they tend to get a bit lost when you just stick them straight on, as I have stuck them straight on in the past and in other areas. A few of my stencils as well. I think that's the same stencil I was just working with. It is too. Amazing what's hanging around on my desk. So this again was a mop-up page with, if I have excess paint, I'll flip to another page in my journal, and we started off with the diamonds and the green. So this is hand-drawn circle stencil. This is some cutouts. This is one of the faces I made from my stencil, a funky face. There is a video on this on my channel as well, because that was done in a live. I love that page, even though I don't like green. I've been doing a lot of green stuff lately, even though I don't like green. This one was a bit of a disaster, but we got there in the end. So this was an experimentation with Delusions ink sprays on matte medium, or it was on clear gesso. It was one of the two, and they just didn't work. It didn't like it. I was just wondering if it would work, and it didn't. So I was thinking, what am I going to do in the background? So I added a lot of bubbles in my bubble stencil, grabbed out my large lady stencil. Comes in 3 different sizes. Those two are the same size. So stenciled the black ladies on. And then what do I do when I don't know what to do? I stick Delusion stamped images everywhere. So I made them flower skirts, but then they looked funny, so I extended their skirts a bit to cover up their and make them look decent. This I attempted a border and it just looked horrible, so I just stuck all sorts of flowers from Delusions. These squibbly things are mine, my designs that I've come up with. I love doodling and adding to the Delusions stamps with sort of my own interpretation of her style, if that makes sense. Yeah, clear as mud, right? So this page was the same Delusion sprays as back here. You can see the colour difference. It's washed out. This one's beautiful, more beautiful. So this was just done on raw paper. So the Delusion sprays work better on raw paper. Did some ghosting and some white gesso, and these are all my white cutouts. I taught this one in a class, an in-person class, and got some beautiful swirly stencils as well. My little word tiles. So again, I feature these images a lot in my books. These ones are stuck straight on. So as you can see, they stand out a lot better when it's not so heavy in the background. That's the last page of the book. So this book is now officially complete. It has not alligated too much, which is lovely. I do rip out about a third to a half of the pages of the book and stick some of the pages together. I do have a couple of videos on my channel about how to prepare a book, and I may do another updated one when I prepare another book. But that is the altered cat book. Altered art journal cat book that I've finally finished. Yay! One journal done. I won't tell you how many I've got on the go currently. It's embarrassing. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.